So application overview, what are we looking for in a candidate? Probably it's going to be the most heavy slide that we have encountered today. There are some basic essentials. Everybody needs to have a bachelor's degree. Everybody needs to have a work experience. So how do we calculate work experience? We calculate work experience from the last day of the last examination of your graduation. From there on, whatever you do full-time will be counted as a work experience. Whatever you were doing before that is counted as a part-time work experience, even if you're working 6 hours a day. So there are 3 basic caveats of how a work experience is calculated. First of all, it has to be a full-time work experience. Secondly, it should not get entwined or intertwined with any other thing, full-time thing that you're doing, right? And you should be getting paid for it, right? That's the most important thing. So any of you who are working in your family businesses, please ask your parents to start paying you. Otherwise, you will not be having an option of proving that you are actually working into their businesses. GMAT or GRE, again, we said that it's one of the components of the application. It's very important as well, but there is no cutoff for getting into ISB, either for GMAT or GRE. We have a range of 530 to 780. Take 530 as an aberration. There is only one candidate in the class with a 530, but it shows that if you have that kind of a profile, you can still get into the class. Otherwise, the normal range that we have is 610 to 780. So there are other aspects of your application which are also taken into consideration. Being a part of the admissions team, I regularly get in touch with people who get rejected with a 720, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. So it shows that apart from GMAT, there are other factors also we should be working on. And I also get in touch with people who are there in the class with 660, 70, 80, 90, and 700. So it's a holistic profile-based evaluation. Again, in that holistic profile evaluation, we have academics. So it's mostly your 10th, 12th, and graduation. All those things have a weightage. But the beauty of a holistic profile-based evaluation is that if you are not a world beater, which most of us are not in terms of academics or GRE, we can more than make up for it with the other aspect of our application. For example, the extracurriculars that you can show. For example, the awards and achievements that you've had outside your academics. There are very many people who have an NGO, they're a part of community service, or for students, or let's say people who have done any kind of certification. If they were a president of a particular club, if they represented their institution or their organization in a national or an international events, all those things count for awards and extracurriculars. They all add to the gravitas of your application. Most important thing, again, everything is most important, but again, these are the 2 essays that you have to write. They focus on the uniqueness of your personality and the career goals that you have. As a part of the admissions team, I can tell you, they are very important. Some of the institutions call them SOP, we call them essays. So there are a few things that we are looking at when you are writing those essays. What are those things? The first is, why would somebody want to come and do a PGP from ISB, right? Sounds like a very benign question, very ubiquitous, very common, but it has many layers when you actually start answering it. So keep a deep thought on it, right? Similarly, why do you think ISB or PGP is going to bring about the transmutation in your career that you're looking at? What are your short-term and long-term goals, and how does ISB help you in achieving those goals? What are the skills that you're getting into the class, right? And let's say if you're looking for a particular sector which you want to work into post ISB, what are the transferable skills that you have which could be put to best of use in that particular sector of your choice? So holistically, we are trying to understand the thought process, or what is that thing which you are trying to extract out of the PGP program.